Welcome back to All Things ETH. My name is Aaron, and on this channel we talk about all things Ethereum. We talk about projects, NFTs, play to earn, and price. And today, guys, I want to talk about Friend.Tech even more. We've done 2 episodes on this so far. We did an introductory episode. We did an episode alongside Post-Tech to give you some compare and contrast. And today, guys, I'm here to tell you Post-Tech is in the rearview mirror for me, and Friend.Tech is in my sights. We are heading up key-wise. Our keys are going insane over there. I'm up about 6x on my investment currently, and we are only seeing higher TVL. So let's first of all jump into that TVL, and I want to talk about why this is going up. In particular on this episode, I think this is all about Airdrop. We just hit 41 million for TVL, which is an all-time high as of today, and I am stoked for this because we were sitting under 40 million for the last basically 4 or 5 days, and we just peaked over that, and I do think we could easily get to 50 million before Friday, possibly. Fridays are the days that the airdrop points come out, and that's a big catalyst for so many people. So let's talk about airdrop. There are many factors to the airdrop. I think there's going to be, different metas, maybe even every week. We saw last week that buying your own keys actually nerfed your points to go towards that airdrop. Most people are trying to average at least 100 points per Ethereum that they have invested. Many of those are able to go above and beyond that, and it's all about engagement. If you're buying keys, if you're selling keys, if you're how often you're on the platform, and when's the last time you were on the platform, when's the last time you commented. And the other thing that's been interesting to see is how people are playing this meta. The biggest strategy that we've seen come out of this is this 3-3 or friend-friend movement, where a lot of people are asking, hey, I'd like to buy your key, would you also buy mine? And we will hold together, right? And that's only going to raise the tide, which raises all ships. Levi's the one that started this 3-3 movement, and just about everybody underneath him in this new post era is following the trend to some extent. Now, I know that OX5F is more of a trader in a couple other accounts. Obviously, DigiStyle is well known for their trading in the Web3 space. It's interesting to see how this space is actually developed. Early on, we had only Web3 or crypto bros or the CT crowd, right? And then we brought in some of the OnlyFans crowd, which was really interesting. And thankfully, I'm personally thankful that they've left the space for the most part. I've heard that it was just too much to keep up with, and new technology was hard to onboard enough of those people to be in the space. Now we've onboarded some of the NFT crowd. I saw a lot of Bored Apes, a lot of Pudgy Penguins involved with this. Still some Bored Apes for sure. But in general, we're seeing a lot of crypto natives, a lot of DeFi guys, and a lot of CT getting involved. And some of the big names, some of the big the DAOs are starting to get involved as well. The top accounts actually are interesting. Von Battis is the reason why the nerf happened last week with the airdrop, being that he bought, I think, like 1 million of himself. So he's only got 14 holders. So let's look at his stats here. And this is kind of a cool feature of the platform. He has got 326 of his own keys, and that's why he's at the top of the list. And this is exactly why he got nerfed, or the meta changed to nerf those who buy their own keys. So you won't get as many airdrop points for owning a bunch of yourself. If you're not familiar with how Friend.Tech works, you don't have a certain amount of shares that you can sell. The price just goes up. The bonding curve just rolls on higher every time somebody buys. So the higher the holder count, the higher your price is going to be. Now, if you're a part of that 3-3 movement, you do have to bring a lot of capital onto the platform. So many people are rolling in 10 ETH, 20 ETH, 50 ETH, 100 ETH just to get enough 3-3s or enough other holders to be able to buy their shares in order to go up. Let's look at my chat. These are all the people that I hold of their keys. Now, every time that you buy somebody else's keys, you get access to their chat room, right? And that's the whole concept of how Friend.Tech works. These are all people that have created accounts based on their X account or Twitter account, right? When you sign up, you get a wallet assigned to you and you get to trade, and you start out at like 0.0001 Ethereum to be able to purchase your key. As the creator of your account, you get one key you can personally hold, and you can start buying your own keys right away to bump your price up. Again, that's not recommended for the current meta of this airdrop. But you can start to get traction with that and then sell later. But a lot of people now are actually just trying to 3-3 as much as possible. There are people creating alternate accounts actually just to get back to the bottom of the bonding curve in order to get more people to buy them. Because the lower you are on that bonding curve, the more likely people are going to invest in you because you are cheaper. So let's talk about how the buying and selling dynamics work. Every time you buy or sell, there's a 10% fee. A lot of people are speculating that the fees generated in Friend.Tech right now are going to have a huge factor in how much the airdrop is going to be per person. So every time you buy and sell, you have a 10% fee on the buy side, and a 10% fee when you sell as well. Now, 5% of those fees do go to the shareholder or the key holder of those keys that are bought and sold. So there is a nice farming reward. In fact, today I've decided that I'm not going to be buying or selling any keys in order to just take a break. Honestly, I try to do this once a week. From all of crypto, I take one day off from doing any crypto transactions. But it's been interesting to see how much ETH I can actually farm on a day where I don't do any buys and sells. I'm up about 0.03 ETH today, and based on the current ETH price, that's about $50 of just passive income. And only a couple people have actually bought and sold my keys today. If you look at this, let's go to my keys. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sales, and each of those being 5% going back to me. That adds up pretty quickly, guys, because I'm at a current price of about 0.11 ETH. Which is pretty insane considering I started at 0.0001 just like everybody else. I have been grinding quite a bit. Interaction is a major factor in price of your key, right? The more interaction you can do with not only in your chat, but all of the other chats of the keys that you purchase is going to give you more engagement, guys, and that's going to raise your key price. Now, if you're engaging at least a couple times a day in your chat and a couple times a day in every key holder that you're at least a part of, and then your account or your holdings is growing, you're buying more keys with that passive income, that ETH that you're getting with each transaction. Even if it's at a small level, you're going to easily get to about 0.025 ETH within a couple of days interacting. So I don't think it's too late to be a participant in this airdrop. In fact, in a couple days, guys, I do expect to put out another video about how to get started in Friend.Tech so that you can jump in if you're not a part of it yet. So I'm going to end the video there for today. I hope you learned a little bit more about the current meta. At least that 3-3 meta is going to be the biggest factor, and the nerfing of those self holders, guys. But again, interaction and engagement is the biggest factor here. Sell some keys, buy some keys, 3-3 with others, and you will definitely get a portion of that airdrop long term. Now, from what I've heard and the speculation going on the street is that we're going to see at least 4.5 months left of this airdrop period, where every Friday the airdrop points are going to be dropped to your account. And again, you're doing pretty well if you get at least 100 points per ETH that you have allocated. So the more ETH that you have allocated, the higher potential you have for airdrop points. Now, that doesn't mean you're going to get a higher airdrop. You do have to engage. So get in there, engage other people, get some alpha. Each one of these key holders has created some value, especially those that are higher priced, guys. A lot of influencers out there. Now, one thing I do want to recommend is don't look at Twitter followers as a basis for key price. I would look much more at engagement. Now, here's a couple quick factors in who to look for in buying. When buying other keys, I like to look at who's buying who. So this guy, Franz Farm, has had a massive price run, and I want to look at this Yo person here. And before I even buy their key, I get to see how many holders they have and how many they're holding and how many people have them on their wallet. watch list. So this is actually a really great key, guys. 173 holding means an incredible amount of keys are held. You can actually look at the activity and see the price range at which they're buying at, which this one's looking a little bit low. Most of the keys are pretty low. Now there is this 0.156, which is fairly high priced for this key holder in particular. Now that you can buy keys for over an ETH, as you've seen before on that top leaderboard. But having seen this, they're starting to get a little bit bigger. They're starting to make some money if they haven't put too much ETH in, and they're starting to do a great amount of trades. So they might not have a lot of holders, which is great for price. So actually looking at this price, guys, I'm going to put this on my watch list for sure. So I can do that by clicking this star here, and I'll be checking this out tomorrow when I look to buy some keys then. Now to wrap this all up, I do think there's great opportunity even if you come in a little late. So I am going to encourage everyone watching this video to get into Friend.Tech if you're not already there. Again, I've made about 6x returns so far. Not everybody is going to be able to do that, but I think because TVL it continues to rise, you have a great chance of getting in and profiting on this. Now, not financial advice, do your own research, but I do think there's plenty of opportunity as long as the airdrop is being farmed. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell for more content just like this. Put any questions that you might have about Friend.Tech in the description below, and we'll see you in the next one. God bless.